for this
मजबूत
initiative.
कनेक्टिविटी
Friends, strong connectivity and infrastructure
मानव सभ्यता के विकास
are
का
the basis
मूल
for
आधार
the
है।
development of human
भारत
civilization.
ने
India
अपनी विकास यात्रा में
has
इस विषय
accorded
को
the highest
सर्वोच्च प्राथमिकता दी
priority to this area in its
फिजिकल
development
इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर
journey.
के साथ-साथ
Apart from physical infrastructure,
डिजिटल
investment in
तथा
social,
फाइनेंशियल
digital,
इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर
and financial
अब पूरे
infrastructure
पैमाने पर
is taking place
निवेश हो रहा है।
at an unprecedented
हम
scale.
एक
We
विकसित भारत की
are laying a
मजबूत
strong
नींव रख
foundation
रहे हैं।
for developed India
हमने
with this.
ग्लोबल
We
साउथ के अनेक देशों में
have
एक
implemented
विश्वसनीय पार्टनर के रूप में
infrastructure projects
एनर्जी,
in areas
railway,
such as energy,
water,
railways,
टेक्नोलॉजी पार्क
water,
जैसे
technology
क्षेत्रों में
parks in several
इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर
countries
प्रोजेक्ट
of the global
implement किए।
south as their
इन
trusted
प्रयासों में
partner.
हमने
In these endeavors,
डिमांड
we
ड्रिवन
have laid
और ट्रांसपेरेंट
special
अप्रोच पर विशेष
emphasis
रूप से बल
on
दिया।
a demand-driven and transparent
PGII
approach.
के माध्यम से
Through
हम ग्लोबल साउथ
PGII,
के देशों में
we can make a
इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर गैप को
significant
कम करने में
contribution to
महत्वपूर्ण
reducing
योगदान
the
दे रहे हैं।
infrastructure gap in countries of the global
भारत
south.
कनेक्टिविटी को
Friends, India
क्षेत्रीय सीमाओं
does
में
not
नहीं
measure connectivity by
सभी
regional
क्षेत्रों के
borders.
साथ कनेक्टिविटी बढ़ाना
Enhancing
भारत
connectivity
की
with
मुख्य
all
प्राथमिकता है।
regions has been a
हमारा
key
मानना है
priority for
कि
India.
कनेक्टिविटी
We
विभिन्न
believe
देशों के बीच
that connectivity
आपसी
is a means
व्यापारी
to
नहीं,
not only
आपसी
increase
विश्वास
mutual
भी
trade
बढ़ाने का
between different countries, but also
Connectivity
increase mutual trust.
इनिशिएटिव को प्रमोट करते हुए
When promoting connectivity initiatives, it is important that certain fundamental principles are ensured. For example,
अंतर्राष्ट्रीय नॉर्म
compliance
रूल्स
with
तथा
international
लॉज
norms,
का पालन
rules, and laws,
सभी देशों की संप्रभुता
respect for the
और
sovereignty
क्षेत्रीय
and
अखंडता का
territorial
सम्मान
integrity of all nations,
देश बर्डन की जगह
promoting
फाइनेंशियल
financial
वायबिलिटी को
viability
बढ़ावा देना
instead of increasing
और
the debt
पर्यावरण
burden,
के सभी मापदंडों का
following
पालन
all
करना।
environment-related
आज
standards.
जब हम
Today, as
कनेक्टिविटी का
we
इतना बड़ा
embark
इनिशिएटिव
upon
ले
such
रहे
a
हैं,
big connectivity
तब हम
initiative,
आने
we
वाली पीढ़ियों
are
के सपनों
sowing
के
the seeds
विस्तार
for
के
future
बीज बो
generations
रहे हैं।
to dream bigger.
मैं इस ऐतिहासिक
On
अवसर
this
पर
historic
सभी
occasion,
लीडर
I
मैं बहुत
congratulate all the leaders
शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ और
and
सबका
I extend
धन्यवाद करता हूँ।
my best wishes to them. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, mind your way.
India and the United States of America co-chair this initiative, and now, as the co-chair, I invite the President of the United States for his remarks.
Thank you, all my colleagues. This is, someone once said a similar domestic action was positive. This is a big deal. This is a real big deal. And I want to thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. One Earth, one family, one future. That's the focus of this G20 summit. And in many ways, it's also the focus of this partnership that we're talking about today. Building sustainable, resilient infrastructure, making quality infrastructure investment, and creating a better future. A future of a greater, that presents greater opportunity, dignity, and prosperity for everyone. Last year, we came together as one to commit to this vision. And this afternoon, I want to highlight the key ways in which the United States and our partners are working to make this a reality. Economic corridor. You're going to hear that phrase more than once, I expect, over the next decade. Economic corridor. As we work to address infrastructure gaps across low and middle income countries, we need to maximize the impact of our investments. That's why a few months ago I announced that the United States will work with our partners to invest in economic corridors. In practice, it means we're focusing on regional infrastructure projects that deliver results across multiple countries and in multiple sectors. And today I'm proud to announce that we've finalized a historic agreement for a new India, Middle East, Europe economic corridor. As a key part of this corridor, we're going to invest in ships and rail that extends from India all the way to Europe, connected by the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and Israel. Bridging ports across 2 continents, unlocking endless opportunities, including making it far easier to trade, export clean energy, expand access to reliable, clean electricity, lay cables that will connect communities and secure a stable internet, contribute to a more stable, more prosperous, and integrated Middle East. And I want to thank the sponsors. And I particularly want to thank Prime Minister Modi and the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman, and President von der Leyen and the European Commission. And since he's not speaking today, I wanted to, maybe he is speaking today. I have another one speaking anyway. I'm going to stop there. In Saudi, the Sub-Saharan Africa, we're working in a private-public partnership as well to invest in a trans-African corridor. That includes a new partner, the European Union. President von der Leyen, thank you for making this very possible. Together, as part of this corridor, we're going to invest in a new rail line that will extend from the western port in Angola to the DRC, to Zambia, and ultimately the Indian Ocean. It's a project that's about far from just laying tracks. It's about creating jobs, increasing trade, strengthening supply chains, boosting connectivity, laying foundations that will strengthen commerce and food security for people across multiple countries. This is a game-changing regional investment, and both of these are huge steps forward. But they're far from the only ones. We're continuing to make big investments in infrastructure around the world. That includes a solar energy site, regional manufacturing facility, and electricity project right here in India. We're continuing to develop economic corridors across Africa, Asia, and America. And together with our partners, we're working to mobilize the trillions of investment needed to close infrastructure gaps around the world, including the formation of a new investor forum that the United States will host in a couple of weeks. Let me close with this. The world stands at an inflection point in history. A point where decisions we make today are going to affect the course of our future, all of our futures for decades to come. A point where our investments are more critical than ever. So together, let's continue to work as one to seize this moment in history and maximize our collective investments. To find new partners, to unlock new capital. Because when we invest in low and middle income countries, all countries benefit. When we invest in emerging economies, all economies benefit. And when we invest in the future of people anywhere, people everywhere benefit. So I want to thank you again for being here. I look forward to working with all of you, and I'm going to turn it back to the Prime Minister. Thank you.
Thank you, Excellency. We now invite the Crown Prince and the Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for his remarks.
Excellencies, Highnesses, distinguished audience, peace be upon you.
يسعدنا جميعا
It is my
اليوم
pleasure to all of us
يسعدنا اليوم نجتمع في هذا البلد
that we gather today in this convenient to sign the MOU of the project to establish economic corridor between India, the Middle East, and Europe, culminating we have worked on in the past few months. To crystallize the fundamentals built on this and memorize the ways that achieve the common interests of all countries through strengthening economic connectivity. This will also reflect positively on all parties and other countries and the global economy in general.
سيسهل هذا
This
المشروع
project will
الكبير
contribute to developing the great infrastructure.
التحديدية ورفع الموانئ
It will include
وزيادة
building
الوصول
railways,
إلى
ports,
الخدمات
increasing
والاستفادة
goods and
التجارية بين
services,
الأطراف
boosting
المعنية
trade between all
وفتح
parties,
خطوط الأنابيب
constructing
والتصدير
pipelines
والاستيراد
for exporting
الكهرباء
electricity
والهيدروجين
and
بتحديد أمن
hydrogen.
إمدادات الطاقة العالمي
This project will strengthen the security of energy supplies and establish data cables through a highly reliable, efficient cross-border network.
كما تدعم هذه المذكرة
This
تطبيق
memorandum will support
الطاقة
the
النظيفة
efforts of
وسيساهم
developing clean
في
energy and
تنفيذ فرص
contribute to
عمل
generating
جديدة
new
ومرئية
quality
وكسب
job
طويل
opportunities and long-term
الأمد
gains
عن ممرات العبور لجميع
throughout the new
الأطراف.
corridors for all parties.
الحضور الكرام اللي
Distinguished
تحقيق
audience,
ما
achieving
عليه
what we
هذه
agreed
المذكرة
upon in this
يطلب
memorandum
الاستمرار في
requires the
الجهود اللي
immediate start
بذلناها والبدء
القوي
التطبيق لازم يتنفيذه في الإطار الزمني الذي سيتم الاتفاق عليه.
which will be agreed upon. In conclusion, I'd like to commend the PDII launched by President Biden with the participation of Saudi Arabia in $20 billion. We look forward to the integration of the initiative and the Economic Corridor project, which is announced in this meeting. I would like to thank those who worked with us to reach this founding step to establish this important economic corridor. Just my best regard to you all.
Thank you, Your Highness. May I now invite the President of the European Commission for her remarks, please.
Your Highnesses, Excellencies, it's been 2 years since we launched PGII, a joint vision by the world's leading economies to invest in the infrastructure that low and middle income countries need. And 2 years on, more large-scale projects are seeing the light, and we are presenting 2 of them today. First, the India-Middle East-Europe Economic Corridor. This is nothing but historic. It will be the most direct connection today between India, the Arabian Gulf, and Europe, with a rail link that will make trade between India and Europe 40% faster, with an electricity cable and a clean hydrogen pipeline to foster clean energy trade between Asia, the Middle East, and Europe, with a high-speed data cable to link some of the most innovative digital ecosystems in the world and create business opportunities all along the way. These are state-of-the-art connections for the world of tomorrow, faster, shorter, cleaner. This corridor is much more than just a railway or a cable. It is a green and digital bridge across continents and civilizations. And this is also the spirit of the second project we announced today, the Trans-African Corridor, which will connect the port of Lobito in Angola with the Katanga province in DRC and the Copper Belt in Zambia. Our goal is not only to connect the landlocked region to the sea. Our partnership will also invest in local value chains, in clean energy, and in skills for the local workforce. This is the spirit of PGII. It is a whole new approach to large infrastructure investment. It is about shared prosperity. It is about real benefits for all parties. Thank you.
Thank you, Excellency. May I now invite the President of France for his remarks, please.
Thank you so much. Everything was said, so I just want to thank Prime Minister Modi for organizing this meeting and President Biden for sharing this meeting with him. We are committed, and we had several exchanges with my friends Mohammed bin Zayed, and I want to thank you, Your Highness, and Mohammed bin Salman and Narendra Modi on this very important project. So everything was said. So now, with the European Commission, GRSOF, and European government, we commit to invest alongside with you on this road, and this is a very important project from Asia through Middle East to Europe, to offer big opportunities and connect people. But our intention is as well to make it real, and to be sure that after this commitment we have concrete results, and especially to have the first global green trade road, meaning having net zero transport infrastructure, so to be sure that we have the best technologies. We have hydrogen being part of this project, and to channel all the possible common developments. I think as well our intention is to have a fair process, I mean offering a lot of opportunities to manufacture in the different countries and to cooperate very actively on building the growth, building the innovation going with it, and innovating together. I don't want to be longer. Thank you very much for this. This ceremony is very important. We commit together.
Thank you, Excellency. May I now invite the Chancellor of Germany for his remarks, please.
Thank you, and especially thank you, Narendra and Joe, for convening this event here. I think it is very important to remember that we launched the Partnership for Global Infrastructure and Investment last year, and since then, PGII contributes to closing the global investment gap for quality infrastructure. As Emmanuel Macron already said, most about this initiative and all the activities we speak about today is already set, so I will not repeat it, just mentioning two questions. The first is we have to be active that these things can happen, and this is for me that we then have to also work on the infrastructure, the institutions that can work on financing, and for this I think it is also important to make the work of the World Bank successful. Germany will contribute an additional 305 million euro of hybrid capital to the World Bank, and this is one of the aspects which is a side of the activity here. We also try to work with Africa, and the contact with Africa will convene in Berlin in November, also as a sign of creating infrastructure, developing the economy, all the things we all together here.
Thank you, Excellency. May I now invite the Prime Minister of Japan for his remarks, please.
Thank you very much. I welcome the holding of this side event on Partnership for Global Infrastructure and Investment. On the occasion of the G7 Hiroshima Summit in May this year, as the G7 chair, Japan hosted a PGII meeting inviting private businesses for the first time, which was attended by leaders of G7.
About the crucial role of endorsed clothing, and who could forget we visit the greatest moments.
Here he comes. He's in the shadows. There he is. Is he going to make it? Yes, he did. Ladies and gentlemen, what you have just witnessed is the biggest moment in world history. Who cares about a Declaration of Independence or discovery of penicillin? You have just seen one man score a point. When the
Let's go to the phones.
Yeah, the wall. Hey, Derek, come on.
And partner countries.
Sometimes the law.
Japan is delivering various transport infrastructure development projects, including the construction of Delhi Metro here in the city to support economic development of partner countries. Going forward, we want to take this effort a step further to expand the scope of cooperation to wider areas, including supply chains, to link people together by strengthening connectivity. We also intend to work on building industrial value chains in the whole of Bay of Bengal. The Road Network Connectivity Improvement Plan